In our first episode, Fromage, the young ball python, had ambushed the mouse we released into his maze and swallowed him whole. Then, instead of entering a food coma, he became more active, appearing to search for more prey, and eventually choosing to drape himself over the walls of the maze, looking as if he was waiting to strike at a second mouse. We'd like to know whether he's actually hungry enough to eat a second mouse now, instead of waiting a week between meals like normal, or if he's just frolicking and posing. We'll find out by placing a second mouse in the maze and seeing how Fromage reacts. It's another male, Mus muscus domesticus, about the same size and weight as the previous one. Using a piece of bread crust that doubles as a mouse lowering platform, this time we'll start the mouse out in the lower right corner. The mouse takes off, again driven by his exploratory instinct. Now that Fromage has learned that he can climb over the maze walls, this should give him an enormous advantage in this predator-prey contest. Fromage should essentially be able to give himself a bird's-eye view and intercept the mouse. But Fromage's behavior seems more dictated by his slow speed than his advantageous viewpoint. The mouse's scurrying speed is simply much faster than the snake's slithering speed. Fromage appears to decide that his only winning strategy is to pick a spot where the mouse might come by and wait there for an ambush attack. But alas, the mouse doesn't walk by that area. He's roaming around in other parts of the maze. Does this mouse perhaps notice the snake's presence and know enough to stay away? Or is he simply roaming around randomly, exploring every wall? Finally, the mouse walks back down that first maze corridor. Fromage must detect a slight whiff of mouse as he walks by, because he moves a bit, inching his body forward, but no attempt at a strike. After a while, with the mouse nowhere near him, Fromage appears to change his strategy. He picks the spot where the mouse entered the maze, this lower right corner. It's possible that the piece of bread crust we used as the mouse lowering platform absorbed the scent of the mouse more than the wooden floor of the maze does. So his strategy appears to be, go to the spot where the mouse scent is the strongest, and wait there for the mouse to return. Now he's getting serious. He's getting down to floor level. If the mouse comes back down to this corner, Fromage is ready to corner him and strike. The mouse, for his part, seems to be in an aimless, Brownian motion style of exploration. Here we'll add a piece of cheese to see if that gives him some incentive to behave differently. Nope. Enough waiting. It's time to intervene and tip the scales by moving a rock to reduce the accessible size of the maze and placing the mouse closer to Fromage. We want to know whether all that slithering around and posing in attack position was just for show. The mouse could climb over this rock if he wanted to, but he doesn't seem to perceive any reason to. Like the previous mouse, this one apparently has no innate understanding that a snake is dangerous. But unlike his predecessor, this mouse has the good fortune of encountering Fromage when he is apparently satiated and uninterested in attacking. This mouse doesn't just nudge his nose into Fromage's body like the last one did. This mouse approaches and touches the snake nose to nose. Astoundingly, this nose-to-nose encounter ends peacefully. The mouse walks away to live another day. Here that is again. Have you ever seen anything like that? Fromage is clearly not hungry. All that attack posing was just for show. We decided to celebrate Fromage's decision to spare this mouse's life by giving the mouse a special treat. A blueberry. Eat well, mouse, and get some rest, because next episode, you're going to face a different snake, a female python who hasn't recently eaten.